again everyone, welcome back. Right, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to make a paper chain. Now from some of you it might be quite a long time since you last made a paper chain, and others of you might never have done it before. But don't worry, as long as you've got a piece of paper and ideally some glue or some Teletape and a pair of scissors, then we're going to be just fine. If you haven't got those things, then please do just follow along in your hearts and maybe write down some of the things that would have gone on the chain, just on a piece of paper or something like that. So the reason that we're going to make a paper chain is because the paper chain is going to symbolise those things in our lives that we really want to ask God to set us free from. And Jesus says that if the Son sets you free, then you will be free indeed. So I hope you've all got a piece of paper. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to cut our piece of paper into 3 strips. So everybody needs 3 strips, up to 3 strips. So the easiest way to do this, I find, is just to fold your piece of paper about 1 inch down, like that, and then keep doing it a little bit like you were making a paper fan. Oops. A bit like you were making a paper fan, like that. And then, if you have scissors, cut along your strip the line that you've made. If you're little, make sure you get a grown up to help you. Don't want any accidents. So just cut along the line until you've got your 3 pieces of paper. If you can't find the scissors, don't worry, you just fold your paper a few times along the line. It will weaken the edge so that you can carefully tear it. To do it quite slowly so it doesn't rip, so that you've got some paper that you can use. And on each strip of paper we're going to write something that we want God to set us free from. So on the first strip of paper I want us to think about those things that we are sorry about. So that's what this is going to represent, those things that we're sorry about. And if you just quietly for a moment with God, just spend that moment just thinking about if there's anything that's troubling you, maybe something that's troubling your conscience, something that you're sorry for. But just give a moment to kind of allow those things to come to mind. And saying sorry, acknowledging our faults can sometimes feel like a really difficult thing to do. But God knows us inside out. He knows that sometimes we all mess up. He knows that sometimes we do hurtful things, sometimes we might do unkind things. And yet he still loves us. He loves us, and he promises us his forgiveness and his freedom. So we don't need to pretend with God. Often with other people we pretend to be better than we actually are sometimes. We're not perfect people, and God knows that, and he loves us just the way we are, and we can bring those things that we're sorry for to him. So if you just write on that piece of paper the word sorry, and then put that to one side, and if you get your next piece of paper, and on this piece of paper we're going to think about those habits, bad habits that we'd like to ask God to set us free from. So a bad habit, if you don't know what a bad habit is something that we keep doing that really isn't good for us. It's something that we'd really quite like to stop doing, but try as we might, we keep seeming to do it over and over again. That's what a bad habit is. Not all habits are bad, some habits can be quite good, but what we're thinking about, what we're asking God to help us with, is those things that we'd really, really like to stop doing. And so again, just give yourself a moment of quiet to think about, is there anything in your life right now that you would really like God's help with to be free from, to break free from a habit or something that you want freedom from. Just spend a moment of quiet thinking about that thing, and then you can write it on a strip of paper, or just write the word bad habit to represent it. God knows what it is. And then, when you've done that, you just put that to one side, and if you get your final piece of paper, and on this piece of paper, what I think it would be good to do is just to bring to God if there's anything that you're concerned about that you'd like to ask God to set you free from. And it might be that you're kind of weighed down by worries. It might be, I don't know, maybe even you've been having bad dreams or something like that. Something you just want to say, God, this is really difficult. This is difficult, and I really want your freedom in it. And if you want to just write that on that piece of paper, or perhaps you could just write the word worry to represent it, that thing that you think, I'd really like God to break in on that thing. I'd really like God's help with that. And then once you've done that, we're going to join our pieces of paper together. So this is where you need your glue or your sellotape or some way of joining your paper chain together. So you need your glue, and if you just put a little bit of glue on the end, and then fasten it, and take the next bit, put it through, and then bits of glue again, fasten it like that. Then your final piece, you put that through. Fasten it so you've got like that, and you might want to join them together with other people from your household. I want to join them all together so you've got a longer chain. And what we're going to do with these is we're going to put them to one side until Sunday, until Easter Sunday, when we celebrate Jesus rising from the dead and breaking the power of sin and death and all of those things over our lives that weigh us down, that hold us down, and get in the way of us living life to the full, living the full life that God wants us to live. So find somewhere in your house to just put those, and then on Easter Sunday, that's the time when we can break those chains. Right, I'm going to hand back over now to James. So see you all later. Bye.